All right, good morning, Wasteland. Mr. G back. I'm alive. I'm not dead. I made it back from the Sahara Desert. Was hanging out in the middle of nowhere in Morocco for a couple of weeks over Christmas because I hate winter and I hate the cold. And if you're like, Mr. G, what the heck have you been up to? You can check that out on the sister YouTube channel, Mr. G Travels, as well as a bunch of other crazy travel stuff. But you guys are here for Crossout, so what is new coming down the pipe in Crossout? I know I'm a few days late on this one, guys. Life's been busy. You know how it is. So we're getting some tweaks to Codrivers, starting with a brand new Codriver named Hertz, which is obviously going to be involved with energy weapons. So this guy gets a talent where you charge it up by driving fast, and then the next time you shoot your weapon after a full charge activates the talent, and it increases the damage of energy weapons by 30%, but reduces the damage to structural parts by the same percentage. Okay, a little bit confusing there. Okay, so passive skills, protective field durability 20%. So Mr. G is going to have to run my 4 Aegis build again and see if we can do infinite shield again, because that would be epic. Heating rate from enemy weapons reduced by 40%. Speed and distance requirements to activate perks reduced by 20%. All right. So other tweaks to Codrivers. The Falcon guy. Now the talent charges for 3 seconds instead of 2. So a bit of a nerf there. Yuki. Now you only have to fill 2 charges instead of 4, so if you have Yuki, that's a pretty solid buff for you guys. Okay, what's coming to parts? Well, the Borer seems to have been king of melee weapons in lower power scores for quite some time, so they've made the model of the Borer bigger, which I'm assuming is essentially a nerf, making it easier to blow it up. So what they've written is, of all the melee weapons, Borer is the most effective area of damage in relation to the model and can quite effectively penetrate internal parts of the vehicle. Now it will only deal damage to external parts. Sounds like a pretty hefty hit with the Nerf bat to the Borer. The Prosecutor, explosion radius increase 50%, a solid buff. We will take that. So they want it to be better. They're like, it's not as good as it should be. Pyrelid now reloads faster by half a second. Another solid buff for that weapon. On to Epics, the Equalizer gets a nerf of optimal range by 30 meters and maximum range reduced by 100 meters. It's now no longer a long-range weapon, so good luck sniping with that. Hefty nerf bat hit. The Executioner 88 getting a similar buff like we saw to the Prosecutor, 50% more explosion damage, but also damage increase. And it reloads faster and a durability buff. So they really thought the Executioner needed some love. So, if you own some Executioners, you maybe can sell them for a little bit more later or hold on to them. They're going to be better. Okay, the Dead Man. The bonus to the reloading of weapons has been reduced from 25% to 20%. We all know that reload bonuses are awesome and you can stack them with other parts, so no surprise there that they went ahead and decided to buff one of the only cabins that just gives you a straight, easy-to-use bonus. Thanks, Tarjum. The Yang Wang. Perk damage reduced from 15 to 12%, so a baby nerf to the Yang Wang. Okay, the Barrier 9, which no one uses, now uses less energy. Tarjum, will you ever give us points, though, for protecting people? That would be great if we could get that in game. Power score reduction, shield activates faster, and shields better. So you never see this thing. They're hoping people are going to use it more. So we'll just have to wait and see. Tormentor. Damage bonus increased from 50 to 80%. Solid buff. Active time from 5 now to 6 seconds. But really, almost no one uses the Tormentor. Because it's a waste of energy that you could use with other stuff. The Aggressor gets a minor buff in tonnage, mass limit, a little bit of a bump, and time to reset the charge increased a little bit, so a little bit of a nerf there. Tank Track reduced the turning radius, so nerf to tank tracks. And of course, we must talk about Hover. Now, guys, I forgot to say this. This is stuff that they are testing on the mass server. They may not use all of these changes, but they usually do. So fixed a bug in hovers. Now the mass of the car and the number of hovers have a greater impact on acceleration. So sounds like a nerf. Reduce the effect of acceleration on tilting. Sounds like a buff. Hovers are now visible in stealth mode. Sounds like a nerf. Okay, legendary parts. The Arbiter. Optimum range reduced by 30 meters. Maximum range reduced by 100. So it looks like they're hitting all of the miniguns to make them mid to short range. Reaper. Improve the physical model. All right, new textures is nice. Accuracy increased. Hey, that's a buff. And range increase. So buff for the Reaper. Assembler. Looks like a nerf. Just accuracy and turn radius. Kaiju fires 2 shots per burst. The Kami gets a tonnage reduction to 4,600, mass limit reduction, perk duration reduced, and perk cooldown increase. So pretty solid nerf bat hit to the Kami. The Avalanche projectiles now deal 30% more damage to your own car. Nerf. On to Relics. The Ripper. 90% resistance to melee damage to the discs. So the discs are stronger. But the durability is reduced on the discs. The physical model of the disc is increased to match the size of the visual model. Okay, they're bigger. So they want to make the perk better for this thing. Now a disc stuck in the ground will not be destroyed, and it will deal more damage. I hope so, because the Ripper seemed cool and was wicked lame. Other stuff. Handbrakes work better. Okay, great. Interesting. When cornering, the reduction in speed is not as severe as when driving in a straight line, in order to preserve the ability to use the handbrake to start drifting. So everybody, see what you can do and hit some Tokyo Drift out there next time you're in Crossout. Mr. G's back, guys. Don't worry, the channel's not dead. We will be hitting you with more Crossout this time next week. So stay safe out there. Be good out there. Mr. G, signing off.